Hey guys, what's up? Happy New Year! I hope you all have a great year ahead. My name is Dorin, and today I will share with you my creative process when it comes to buttons, so you can use them across multiple projects. Why creating a button design system? Well, because it will save us a lot of time, energy, and money. Imagine that you are working 3 or 2 projects at the same time, and having buttons at hand, it will save you a lot of time. Believe me, I often found myself creating these components over and over again on this new project because we all love to create buttons as part of the creation process, right? But imagine that building up a design system and starting out with color variables and buttons and using smart variants, it will improve our skills and it will let us having and working on multiple projects. And the mantra behind this is to design it once and use it forever. So I will try to cover as much as I can in this video when creating buttons, but if you want more, please let me know and I can create the part 2. And without too much talking, let's dive in. Let's see what we have here. Let's see, I search on Google buttons UI design in order to get our inspiration, and I see some cool stuff, but I see some incomplete stuff. So when you create buttons, you don't want to be using all just one color, because you will stumble upon some many use cases in the world of UI design. So I think I stumbled upon some good stuff from Dimitri Bunin here. And as you can see, Bunin addressed all the use cases for buttons. So he provided every state, every background outline field with no background, subtle backgrounds, and he addressed also the primary colors, the link colors, the warning, danger, and so on. So I took a look at Bootstrap, the renowned framework for front-end developers, and the guys from Bootstrap provided primary buttons here, secondary, success for things like save, danger if you want to delete something, warning, info, light, dark, and link. So you want to be checking out this adel.uxpin.com. These guys provide a lot of design systems. I just opened the Atlassian design system, and it's a good website if you want to get your inspiration when creating design systems and especially buttons. So let's open up a new document. I already created a new document, and let's take a look at some the major properties that a button can have. So as you can see, when creating buttons, you have to consider some things that you want to focus on. So in our case, we'll be covering buttons for light and dark mode. As the type of the button, I divided this into text button. When you have this normal text button, text and icon, only icon, floating buttons for mobile, payment buttons, social media, and marketing buttons. As for surface, you want to create full background, subtle background, outline, and no background. For the sizes, small, normal, large, but you can go even into a deeper analysis and create something like extra small, small, normal, large, extra large, or something like that. But I just chose 3 sizes. And for the stage, normal, hover, press, disable. So this is the end result. I already created this all the buttons that I need. So this will be a much more complex product, and I'm planning to sell in the future. So if you are interested, guys, please let me know. I will leave the link under the description. So what I did here is, look, this is the primary button, this is the success, like save, error, warning, default, light, and default dark. And when you switch the themes under the dark default, it becomes white with dark text above it. So you want to think in advance and see what are the possibilities here. So let's see a subtle buttons, how it will look like. Let's see on success. Let's see on error. Okay, let's see outline. Let's see different sizes. So let's recreate this from scratch and see how it goes. So let's move to our file. So what I did here, in order to save you some space, because I don't want to keep this tutorial very long, I just created some variables here: iris, green, red, yellow, and gray. Let's delete these emojis keyboard because it will appear on our variables and it will repeat a lot, and we don't want that. And let's create our first button. Let's click here, primary. I'm using Inter as a font typeface, medium, and hold shift and press A in order to add an auto layout. And this is our first button. Let's take all this text and let's create a new artboard and paste it to keep things separate. Properties. In this video, in this tutorial, I'm gonna be using smart variants and color variables. So in order to add this background color, let's trigger those variables. So let's unselect everything in the canvas, guys. Go to local variables, go here and just create collection and rename these tokens. And here we just want to create our first variable called primary. And here we want to address this for light mode and dark mode. And in order to address the color variable from the primitives collection, okay, so we want to use, for this will be the primary color, and I'm gonna be using this value 6. So go to tokens, go to all, select, go here, go to library, type iris, and let's see that 6 will be for light theme, and for dark theme it will be something much lighter like 5. And let's go here, and under the fill let's go to iris, tokens, okay, and let's go to tokens and let's choose primary. Okay, so let's go here, and for the fill this is the light, and on dark you see it's becoming a bit lighter, the background. Okay guys, so let's go again to local variables and let's click background because I want to choose from gray. I want to choose white for background and black for dark background, and choose desktop, and on the field go here and type background, and okay, and if we switch to dark, okay, so it's all working very good. Okay guys, so let's say that I want this label to be white on light. So here I want this to be light, and on dark as well light. So go here to local and let's create a group here, and let's say surface, and just go here to local to all variables and create something like white label, and here I'm just use gray. Okay, and here, go here, gray. This is the body. Okay, and let's say for fill on body. Okay, and when we switch to dark, it will be dark. But what if we want white also for dark mode? How are we gonna do that? Well, go here and go here and make white exception, white text, and here you can go to primitives and just choose gray, white for light mode, and dark for and white for dark mode. And okay, let's go here and let's under the tokens you want to choose the values and variables under the tokens collection and choose exception and go to light, and you see this is a white exception. Okay guys, so this is our first button. This is something like this. I want to have a height of 32. Make sure the here it will influence the padding, so you want to make sure that this is something like that. This is the small button. Duplicate by hitting Command D or Control D if you are on Windows. Increase the font size, and let's make this something like 36, 32, 36, and if you want this to be large, just choose 16 and just increase a bit here. Want to make sure this is 42, and this is something like that. You can always play with the values here. Okay, so this is our primary buttons. Let's go here, let's distribute horizontal spacing evenly. Okay, let's duplicate by holding Command D, and let's make our save button. And in order to do that, go here to local variables, go to surface, and let's say success, and let's choose something from green. And let's say we want to be using something like this for light mode and something like that for dark mode. Okay, go here, select these three in order to save some time, choose something like that under the tokens, and you see that it's already working. Okay guys, again, duplicate, let's choose our error, something like delete, go here under the surface, error, and just type red, something like 6, something like 5. I think it will work just fine. Go here under the tokens, under the surface, like this. Let's see how it looks. Yes, let's rename this success. Let's rename success as error, in order to save some time. Error, error, error. If I had to do that in Figma, it will copy also the style, so I don't want that to happen. Okay, so let's go again, let's create our, let's move my head a bit, and let's duplicate again, and let's make the warning, 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 and warning. Okay, and let's define the variables for warning. unselect everything again in the canvas, go here to local variables under the surface, and I want to choose warning and go to yellow, and it will be something like that, and something like that. So let's select everything, go here, but here I want the text to be dark because it doesn't have enough contrast. So see, if we go here, it doesn't have contrast at all. So how are we gonna do that? Go here and under the tokens, all variables, body, and we want dark exception. So let's choose here black and here black. Okay, select these two by holding Command and Shift and go to dark. Okay guys, so now it's all working very good. So what we have here, let's see what are the next buttons that we want to address. Let's create these subtle buttons, but let's address also the default. Okay, so let's close the layers. Let's duplicate again and let's create the default buttons, that gray default, default, default. Okay, want to use something like gray. Again, go here, go to local variables, surface, duplicate by holding Shift Enter, default. So the default color, default one, because we want to have, this is the light. I'm not gonna name this light because when we switch to dark mode, it will be very confusing. So I want to use something like gray 2 on light mode and something like gray 9, okay, on dark mode. Okay, so let's default, and when we switch to dark, we want this text to be light, to be white. So how are we gonna do that? Well, we want to use the invert. It's a cool trick, body invert. So on light we want to use dark, and on dark we want to use white. So it's a cool trick that I learned a few time ago. Okay, so it's something like that, and you see it's all working very good. And we want to create default dark, duplicate. Okay, so for the default dark we want to go to surface, default 2, choose something like very dark, I don't know, 13, and now I want to use white. Okay, let's go to fill, default 2. Here on default 2 we want to use body. Okay, and if we go here to dark, it's all working very smoothly and good. So guys, now we have our first buttons, our first field buttons. So hold on, because we want um, to turn all this uh, into some smart variants, and in order to do that just click here, go here, create component set, and let's rename this. So we want to define some properties here. So we're gonna start with the type of the button, surface, sizes, and let's not address today the states because I don't want to bore you with all these details, but I think we can type something like that. Type, and this is a text button, comma, and after that surface, this is a field background, and for the color, the color is primary, and one more thing, the size is SM for small. Okay, so what you want here to reinforce the process is just change the size to medium, copy and paste a lot, large, just rename this and just change success, copy, paste, medium, copy, paste, large, just change here, error, copy, change, medium, copy, change, large, this is warning, state, small, medium, large, this is default one, medium, large, this is default 2, this is medium, and this is large. Okay, so now we have our first component. Let's go here to work and let's go to assets and let's type primary and let's see what we have here. We have our first component. Let's go here and let's choose type buttons. Okay, and you see we have success, we have error, we have warning, we have default 1, default 2. If we switch to dark, it will go something like that. So again, I have to apply the surface. Okay, guys. So it's all working very good. Let's change here to primary. This is my primary button. So the auto layout is working good. Okay, let's go here and let's choose the light theme. So you see the field is much darker. Okay, guys, so let's move on faster and let's create the subtle buttons. This is called buttons. Okay, so how we're gonna do that? Just select everything, Command D in order to duplicate, move below all the layers, and let's move a bit. Okay, so this is the subtle button. So as you can see here, we just select this button here, and let's change its field surface. And how we're gonna do that? Just go to local variables, go to surface, primary, duplicate, primary, subtle, and for dark mode, for light mode, we want to be using something like this, and for dark mode, something like this. let's see what, oh, let's see, okay, and let's see how it all looks like. So see on dark, okay. So now we want to select the labels. We want to choose, let's create some labels, because here as you can see I just defined some colors, some I'm using the primary color for labels, see. So I want to define this color for labels. So let's go here to my design and let's go under the labels, all variables. So this, let's duplicate this, called labels. Okay, duplicate, move it. This is the primary label. For the dark mode, we want a label to be very, very dark in order to stand out. And for the dark mode, we want a very light label. Okay. Select these labels inside the subtle buttons. Go to labels and let's choose primary and select the canvas. And you see, it's all working very good. So let's go here and let's go to labels. Okay guys, so you see it's all working very, very good. Let's go and repeat this process. Go here, go to success, type green. We want dark green for light mode and a very light green for dark mode. Error, the same. Red, you want something like this. Red, something like this. This is the error label. On warning, I'm using body. What we have here, yes, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go to light mode and let's see that we defined the subtle surface. Now we have to define success, subtle, and we want something like that. Error subtle, something like that. Let's see what we have here. Let's go here. Okay, so bear with me guys, we already, let's go to labels, let's see what all looks on under the dark mode. And I think it's very good, but I don't like this subtle background on red, on error. So go here, go to tokens, under the surface, and here I want to increase a bit, maybe more. No, I think it's too much. Yes, so something like that. Let's make this warning again. So go here to surface, warning, subtle. Let's choose very light for light and very dark for dark. Go to labels, warning, and yellow. We want it very dark. Label on light and very light label on dark. Okay, just go here under the surface. We haven't defined the surface subtle. Warning subtle. Warning. Okay, so now we nailed it, and this is what we have here. And on the default, I want this to be subtle, and again, so let's rename this primary. Let's say that we have to change here under the surface. This is subtle. Let's copy and paste a lot. So as you can see, this is very repetitive, but believe me, once you hit it right, you can apply this to all your future projects, and it will, when you provide these CSS details to developers, it will make you stand out like a pro, because you don't want developers to make design decisions on your own, and you have to provide them all the details, all the possible details. So be there for them, document your design documents, provide all the details necessary, and you will gain a lot of respect. So let's make something like this. Let's choose under the surface some default subtle, something like that, gray, I don't know. Let's increase a bit here, and let's make something like that, and default to subtle, something like that, something like that. So go here, go here, and go here. Let's choose dark, and it will be, and I'm not happy with the dark version. Let's go here, and let's on surface again. No, not here. Something like that. And here a bit darker. So default one. Yes, okay guys, let's make this a bit pale. So default one, I really don't like it. No, not this one, default one subtle. Yeah, something like that. Okay guys, so you can always come back and change your values. Okay guys, so let's once again on default uh, one subtle, um, okay guys, so this is it. I think you can duplicate all this again and create these outline buttons. Just use the same color for outline and the same color for labels, and you can go on and on and on, and after that you can duplicate and add icon left, and then instead of type, you can, instead of text and subtitle, you can choose icon right or icon after, and after that duplicate again and choose icon left or icon before, and again, and you will have a complete design system for buttons. Okay guys, so that's it for my process on creating buttons. Keep it simple. It's a very repetitive process, but once you do it right, it will save you a lot of time on in the near future across all your projects. Save your time, be patient, create once, use it forever, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and comment if it's something that I can improve. And please let me know what you want to learn, and maybe I can create a video out of it. So until the next time, cheers, good luck, peace, have a creative day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.